We live on the Stony Ridge Farm. Everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the Farm Channel today. This is a little bit different live stream. We got somebody back here on the farm who has full visitation rights, has little Brody. We should have brought Brody up here.
Oh,
Poor little Brody.
sweet Brody's doing wonderful.
Yeah. So, guys, we're up here in the mega shop area. Trying to get this centered where we're both in the middle of the screen here and about right. I think that might do it. We did not plan to wear the same color shirts. It just happened. So welcome to the live stream. As you guys come in the door, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd love to have you back here. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a 150-acre first-generation farm project. We're working our butts off, getting things done. We've got the outdoor kitchen in the background. The roof is getting started going on. Got the TYM T574 tractor in the background. We're out here on the Mega Shop porch, and it's a gorgeous Wednesday evening, guys. We had to go live a little bit earlier because it's getting dark so much earlier. So let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Do you know what the elephant in the room is?
I suppose that would be me.
No, it's not you. I think it's us. It's
Yeah.
us as the elephant in the room. You can slide over here a little closer too if you want to.
I'll take it.
The elephant in the room. We will go ahead and there you go. Silver and gold. You're in timeout.
Oh.
We don't say that kind of stuff on the channel, buddy. Sorry. Your political views are important to you, but we don't need to say that. So thank you. Don't say that, please. Okay. Now, Brandon's okay. So if you're going to type FJB, do it somewhere else. We'd appreciate it. We have kids and stuff that are in here, and me saying it probably doesn't help anything either, but we'd appreciate it if you use your manners. That's it. You're not in your living room. You're in our living room, and you have to use your manners, right? Right?
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair.
Family
I think it's
friendly.
fair to ask you that. So, you guys will notice these weird little fuzzy microphone thingies on our shirts. Miss Stony Ridge has one on her shirt. Yeah, you're gonna have to get your hair off of it, or it'll go. It'll be
Okay.
swishy. So, elephant in the room. Miss Stony Ridge is here. We are dating again. We've had a rocky road. We've had a rocky path. We've had relationship troubles on and off for quite some time, and both of us, I think, and I'll speak for me and you can speak for you. Do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first to start this conversation?
You can go first.
I think that both of our standards for the one that we want to be with for the future and the one that we love the most, I think our standard is each other. I think that sometimes we frustrate each other, and I think sometimes we have a hard time understanding each other. I have a hard time understanding the way she thinks. I am a talker and an explainer. She's an internalizer type person. She keeps it in, and oftentimes I find that if you get it off your chest, if what's bothering you, if you're going to get it off your chest and move on and move forward, then things do a lot better than if you internalize those things and then all of a sudden they come out as an explosion of, I just can't take it anymore. So, yeah, I don't know what you think about that. I know that we're two different people. We were raised differently. Education wasn't stressed very much to me as a young man. Both me and my sister in my family there, in my immediate family, are the first college graduates. Miss Stony Ridge was a college graduate. Your grandmother was a college graduate. Was your great-grandma? Did you ever know your great-grandma?
I didn't know my great-grandparents.
Okay, so I know I'm very blessed to have known my great-grandparents. Well, we come from a long line of hillbillies, and you come from a long line of, my great-grandpa would catch possums and fatten them up and skin them. And I'd imagine your great-grandparents probably didn't do so much possum fattening.
Well, Grandma told stories about her mom
parents,
on the farm. Yeah.
Okay, so they grew up on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good. I didn't know this. There we go. That's years and years of
Thinking
being
I
together.
do things every day.
So thank you all. Before we go any further, thank you all for all your thoughts and prayers and for sticking by us through our thick and thin and through our tough times and through our bad times and through our good times. And you don't see a lot of the bad times on the channel. You just maybe hear us talking about it. And I've expressed to the channel that I still love you. And this was a couple months ago. I still love her. We just can't figure out how to get along. Relationships are like George Smith there says, relationships are 100%, 100%. And that's it, man. They really are. So, by the way, hit the like button, guys. We got 1,000 people in here, 49 likes. Come on, baby. Make it. So, show them what we're going to give away.
Oh, okay.
When we hit 1,000 likes.
Is that what it is?
Yep. When we hit 1,000 likes, we're going to do
TYM
a.
hat. Oh, let me get.
We're going to give you a fancy TYM hat right off of Miss Stony Ridge's head. Yeah, we'll do a trivia. We'll do a little trivia giveaway. And it'll be it'll be a funny trivia giveaway. They might not want. Would you guys rather have it right off of her head? I think giving the hat off your head is a good thing.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I showered this morning.
Wear it. Okay. Yeah. Wear it. Show it off. I think she looks good in a hat. What do you guys think?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, look at those likes. They're going up. So that's a tiny tidbit of my piece. Guys, you see me week in and week out. You see me 4 days a week here on the channel. You see what I do. You see me building. You see me showing tools. You see me just always out doing something, building. And I'm moderately obsessive about the things that I do. Am I wrong?
You're obsessed about everything you do. But
everything.
You make sure it's done good and right. And
we want it done. We want it done good. We want it done right. That's why we got the timber frame builders from Carolina Barn Builders back here. We want it done right. We want it done good. So I'm very obsessive about that. I just shot a video this afternoon on how to save tomato seeds. And we did a little tomato seed washing. And this was conflict. We had a little conflict afterwards. So I had my roofers show up and I had to run up here and take a look at the roof. And I said, well, Miss Stony Ridge, will you finish doing this tomato? And we had one tomato left. It was what kind of tomato?
German Johnson.
German Johnson tomato. And so I had her doing that. It's a spoiler alert. I had her cleaning the tomato seeds. Well, I came in the house and we looked at the ones that I did and the ones that you did. And we have to look at things and analyze things. And I asked her, did you do your very best? And what did you say?
Well, I thought I did at the time.
Well, your best is your best, not good enough. There's no such thing as I thought I did my best. There's no such thing as I thought I did my best. Airplane.
There was still some pulp on the seeds. And in long term, you explained to me that would not be good when we tried to replant them into the pot.
Right. So what the deal was is you have to clean the seeds really good. And if you don't get all the pulp off, when you go put the seeds in the little Jiffy Peat Pucks, which is where I start my seeds, and we're getting a greenhouse this year. So it's very important that everything is right and tight. And if you put the seed in that still has some of the pulp in it, the pulp contains starch and sugar. What does starch and sugar do when it gets wet and it sits? It rots, it molds, it mildews. So you have to do it right. And your best is your best, whether it's good enough or not. Not good enough, it's your best, always, right?
I agree.
And if we screw up, at least we know we did our very best. It couldn't be any better, right?
Yeah, but we also discussed next time I learned from it and I will do better.
Right.
It will be better. It will be my best.
And looking back, you have to look back. You just have to look back at yourself. Guys, do you do that? Ain't the seeds like a billion for a penny, Scotty? Well, what happens, Scotty, when you can't get tomato seeds, brother? What happens when you got a tomato this big in your garden and you're like, man, I sure would like to plant that same plant next year.
Impressive ones.
Yeah, we had some tomatoes that were big as cantaloupes this year, so I wanted to save those seeds. Yeah, you can buy 1 million of the seeds for $1, but it's knowledge, and knowledge is power. One day you're not going to be able to go to the grocery store or to Lowe's or to Home Depot or to your local greenhouse and buy those plants or buy those seeds. So why not save them and possess that knowledge? The seed is not the value. The knowledge is the value. That's the point. That's Stony Ridge Farmer Channel. The seed is not the value. It's the knowledge.
And I'd say there's something rewarding to saving your seeds from a successful crop this year and using them next year.
Exactly. So what I've expressed my thoughts. I am moderately obsessive, which in some words might be called a control freak. I don't think I'm a control freak. Am I?
No, I don't think you're a control freak. I do think you like things to be controlled, and you do like to be in control, but you want things to be done right and be done a certain way. And as your partner and as your friend, I should know that.
New politician.
No.
Farm Off Fanatic, $5 super chat.
Thank
Buddy,
you.
Gino, thank you. Give Gino a big thank you.
Thank you very much.
Big
We
hugs,
appreciate
man.
that.
Hold on. Let me find it. Did he leave a comment? And Andrew Gates, I think is how you say it. Hope you both are doing well. $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Andrew. Farm Off Fanatic says Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. We watched that not too long ago.
We did. OCD says Jay Swez. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. That means go in and turn the light switch on and off 16 times. This is not OCD. This is see me do it right. That's what it is. See me do it right. When I put the lug nuts on the side-by-side or on the tractor, they're going to be not OCD. They're going to be see me do it right. Or the wheel's going to fall off and I'm going to get hurt. So, yeah, that's it.
I can always rely on you to have it done and have it done right. Whether it takes an hour or whether it takes all day, you're not going to stop until it's done right.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I ask questions and I point out faults, and I will, and I always will. And I ask questions of myself and I point out faults of myself. So all that being said, that is part of the reason why you, in my opinion, are more of what's called the laissez-faire. You know, the laissez-faire. The laissez-faire is a come see, come saw. Just do, do what you do. Do whatever, what makes you happy. And thank you for being that way, because it takes that balance. But and I was in the Air Force, man. I wasn't a drill sergeant. I was in the Air Force. I was an electrician in the Air Force. But I think some of my military training really helped me to focus and do it right the first time, because I didn't want to do it wrong. And my dad was that way. And if I didn't do it right, he told me, you better get your butt back over there to the chicken coop and clean that da-da-da-da-da, or do it right. Get them eggs up. You better not drop no eggs. That kind of thing. Right. So I grew up. Yeah. Here comes the balance talk. Go ahead.
No, I say we grew up differently. And for me, I care about things. I want things done right. I want things to be neat. But I do have the more... things don't get to me. They don't eat away at me unless it's something really important or something I'm really passionate about or really upset about. But like you talked about in the beginning, I kind of internalize it instead of just tell you as it is. But with that being said, it is a good balance for us. But for me to be a good partner to you, I know the certain things that are really important to you. And
everything.
Everything. Yes, but something.
By the way, Theo, I don't want to cut you off. Theo, thank you for the $10 super sticker, buddy. Theo. Thank you, buddy. All that goes to the cows, man. That's straight cow feed right there. So continue. I'm sorry. Anyways, I just want to thank Theo.
No, you're good. That's great. But it's just kind of reiterating what you had already said, about the balance and about, like they say, opposites attract. And we were the same in many ways. That's why we were attracted to each other, because we both work hard. We both want success. We both want a good life. Yep.
Work ethic is not a problem with this person right here. I'm going to tell you, work. What does this say? Hold on. When you continue to cut her off. Yeah, I'm sorry, but when somebody sends a super chat, we definitely want to thank them.
Definitely. We're good.
And if you see a super chat, you need to just say, like Michael Blum just sent that. If you're happy, then that's all that matters.
Thank you, Michael. You've been a fan for a very long time, so we appreciate that.
So sorry, I don't mean to cut her off, but I want to recognize people, and they only stay on the screen for so long, so I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, that's okay. We're okay.
She hasn't done a live stream in a year, probably, or so. So, and this ain't
maybe not that long, but it's been a little while.
7 months.
Okay, it's been some time since we've done this together.
Yeah. So it's an acquired taste. There's a lot to it. There's a lot going on, but right here on the screen, man. There's a lot of stuff moving. So I want to hear, and this is not scripted or planned, okay? Why do you think Kenny from Sawhoff, sorry, in the house.
Hey,
Why
Kenny.
do you think? Why do you think we continually ride this roller coaster of? I don't want to ride this roller coaster anymore. Why do we continually ride this roller coaster of makeup breakup? Why do you think? And I'm not going to cut her off. So if you leave a super chat, you're going to have to wait.
I think we've discussed this time and time again. We discussed this over lunch, and it's a cycle that neither of us want to go through or bring anybody else with us, and a cycle that we need to break. And there are things that you have to work on, and you know what you need to work on, and there are things that
What are the things I need to work on?
I need to work on. Today, we talked about patience, and about you being patient with me, and about me being focused and paying attention to things and doing good and doing right whenever I put my hands on whatever task I do. And in turn, you are patient with me and kind to me, and I do things right. And so, it's kind of give and take a little bit, I guess, but
it is
versus
always
when
give and take.
You don't get patient and you get impatient, and I start not focusing on things as much as I should, then we start doing this.
Right.
And it's both of us hitting pause, reset, both of us getting in check in the moment and fixing it in the moment, instead of letting it get to the point where we just have to get away from each other. And
would you say that some potatoes, when pushed, turn to mashed potatoes, and some potatoes, when pushed, get pushed into the French fry machine and make French fries?
That's an interesting analogy.
Some people, when pushed, turn to mush, and some people, when pushed, excel. Like, I work better under pressure. The more pressure I'm under, the better I work. And I feel like I'm able to make split-second decisions that potentially could save a life or an injury or a piece of equipment. And when I'm under that pressure, some people, when they get under pressure, I would say, your job is a very high pressure job.
Thanks, Ryan.
But some people, when they get under pressure, don't like it. And I don't think you like me pressuring you. I just honestly don't think you like that.
I agree with that. At work, I have a high stress job, but I know what to do. I know I'm good at what I do. I know what to do to take care of things and the steps that need to be taken care of. I think with you, when it comes to pressure, and I love you and care about you more than anything in this world. And sometimes when I get that pressure from you, I get quiet. I shut down. He's like, speak up. And I get quieter and quieter and quieter as much as I want to speak up.
And I don't, why in the world is that? So I was in the Air Force. I wasn't in the Marine Corps, man. But for some reason, somebody gets in my face and yells at me, and I like it. I want it. I want it. Like, give it to me, man, because I need to know exactly what you need. Tell me. Bam, I can do it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it done. When you and I get to working together and I get frustrated, or I feel like you need to step it up or hurry up, your legs are shorter than mine. I got to realize your legs are shorter than mine. They are.
I try to keep up.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. So real quick here, let's thank all these folks that busted out some super chats. I saw Joe's Outdoor Experience. Joe's great guy, great channel. There he is. Joe, $10 super chat. Thank you, brother.
Joe.
And real quick, I'm just scrolling through. Sorry, it's like an earthquake on the camera screen here. I need a
hold on tight.
Ryan Anderson, love the content. $9.99 super chat. From your Kubota RTVs. Just got an RTV X1100C, and the passenger side rod broke a few days in. Keep the videos coming. We haven't had any issues with that at all, that machine. We got a $19.99 super chat. I will say that machine is very slow. In about 3 years, you're going to be like, man, this thing is so slow. It's so slow. $4.99 super chat from Maxime. Thanks you so much. Got a $19.99. Who sent this $19.99?
That was
Joe. Okay. $9.99. Ryan. Yes. And $4.99. Ooh, that's so much easier to find those. Awesome. Who wanted the farm life, you or her? Tell them about the first date.
It started with him. I didn't have the farm dream or the country dream, but date number one, I don't know, a couple sentences he said, I want a woman that I can move to the country with and start a family with. And I said, well, that sounds nice. not knowing where this adventure would take us or where it would lead or where it will continue to lead us in the future. So it started off with him, yes, I would say, but it grew to be a love of mine and a love of ours. I had no idea how hard it would be or how much work it would be. I had no idea we would be sharing our lives with you all, which I'm happy to be doing and very grateful for. But we've had our challenges for sure, but we've had a lot of joys with it as well. But when we were apart, and I'm in town still, but it just, my heart and my soul, there's just a piece of my soul missing. It's just not right. And I go there and I'm grateful to have a safe place to stay, but I'm just like, get me out. This is not where I'm meant to be. So yes, to answer your long answer to your question, it started off with his dream, but it became ours.
Yeah, I told her on the first date. There was no mistake about this. On the first date, I said, I want to move back to the country. I want to get closer to my parents, closer to my family. I want to get closer to the land. I just started growing a garden. I had just started working on an urban farm in town. Did I have honeybees when we first started dating?
No, not yet. We did the honeybees after we were dating.
So started keeping bees. That was the start of all this. So yeah.
His garden in town was massive. We had a privacy fence and it was just pouring over and all the neighbors. What's going on back there?
Man? Jurassic Park back there waiting for a velociraptor to come out. By the way, huge shout out, guys. Raptor Attachments stopped by the farm today. We picked up some implements from Raptor Attachments. You're going to see them soon. So huge shout out to Raptor Attachments and Danielle with Raptor Attachments. She was super helpful today. Thank them. Thank you so much, Raptor Attachments. We've got a couple cool different implements, a 4-in-1 bucket. That's going to be awesome to try that. We're going to be spreading some rock with that. Big old piles of rock everywhere. Once this timber frame crew gets out of here and the roof gets on, I don't say get out of here. Those guys are awesome. I want them here all the time. They're cool. But once they leave, they get the project done. We're going to get in here and clean up the equipment yard and get things really squared away. We've got concrete coming in next week. There's a lot of work going on right now. So a lot of stress. I just got back from Minnesota Sunday evening, and Monday morning we hit the ground running, working on these buildings again. So
yeah, you haven't stopped. You just go.
Elizabeth says the world needs to leave you two alone and let you have your privacy. It's okay.
Well, and we've chosen a lifestyle where we do share with you all, and it's something that's important to us. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Troy Jones is a member for 24 months. Militarily, it's easier to deal with a tough leader when they establish their standards than to deal with the leader that continually changes their minds. Amen, Troy.
I'll agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that.
Yep, that's the world's dumbest animal, and you guys can take that to the bank. The world's dumbest animal. I've told you before. Do you know what it is?
Squirrel.
Why is a squirrel the world's dumbest animal?
When they get in the road, they can't figure out which way they want to go.
That's
it's flat.
When the squirrel gets in the middle of the road, all he has to do is make a decision. Either go left or go right. Don't do this. And get ran over. Make a decision, take that decision, stick with that decision, and check your fly, adjust yourself to make that decision work for you. And if it was the wrong decision, you can still make adjustments to make it the right decision. That's something I learned early on. A guy named Joe that was a instructor of mine in nursing school. The first day of school, we walked in and he asked that question. What the heck was Joe's last name? Oh, gosh. I can't think of Joe's. I'll think of Joe's last name. Great guy. And I learned a lot from him. He pulled me aside one day. He said, yo, man, Josh. And he's probably my age, and I'm thinking this old dude. He's like, you just different, man. I said, what do you mean? He's like, you think different. When you look at something, you see something totally different than everybody else sees. I said, I don't know. Do you think that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can see the vision, or you can see, like, when we first bought this land, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. But you kind of saw the picture in the canvas.
Oh yeah, you saw this and were like, no, what is this?
I trusted you, but it is fair. Are you sure, honey?
She got lost the first day we were up here. I got the side-by-side stuck, and she got lost. She went down the wrong bunny trail.
I found my way eventually, but
yeah, all she had to do, she hadn't learned to holler yet. So no,
we got the holler now.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. Somebody just said something. I'm sick of this. I'm done with this. And you don't have to worry about leaving a comment again, buddy. I took care of it for you. I'm sick of this soap opera. It's my life, dude. It's not a soap opera. It's her life. This ain't no soap opera. This ain't no fake drama. This ain't no Yellowstone, man. This is real.
Although I think Yellowstone might have had more drama than.
Yeah. I don't watch. I don't know. You guys watch Yellowstone? I can't get into it. I watched maybe 2 episodes. Have you watched multiple
the
episodes?
First season.
The first season?
Yeah, I got to do the first season.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite show, but I liked it. I didn't watch the other seasons yet.
What's your favorite show?
You can tell her that. Probably Friends.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Friends.
I like it just because it's like just 30 minutes of just fun,
upbeat,
clean, upbeat,
drama.
Yeah.
And then everybody got pregnant, and Friends just.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone grew up and got pregnant.
Build a small guest house on your property that can be the missus. Build her a she shed's what they're saying. Well. You can have the house, and I'll come up here and live in the barn. So
how about we both live in the barn?
We might. I don't know. We're seeing about that. The foundation is your relationship. Again, as we said earlier in this live stream, there's 1,300 of you in here, guys. Please hit that like button. Once we get to 1,000, we're giving away the hat. Whoa, JMR, $100 super chat. Gosh, I gotta read that. Hold on, we gotta pin this. Okay, $100 super chat. A relationship is a full-time job. Married 51 years now. Good luck. Thanks, brother.
Good for you.
Thank you. So you just bought 2.5 bales of hay, $47 a piece. So you just bought 2 bales. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Alan Rodriguez sends $2. Send a hail to Brazil. Brazil. Is Brazil the largest country in South America?
I'm not sure. That I don't know. Since you're asking, my guess is maybe yes.
Is it? Let's learn something today.
Okay.
Everybody, let's learn something today. Is Brazil the largest country in South America? What is the largest country in South America? Get to 1,000. See, this is what the trivia does right here. We get to 1,000. The hats going flying. Yes, it is, says Sean. Oh, Argentina, says Philip.
Oh, there's a lot of yeses.
Uh-oh. Is it Argentina or Brazil?
This man needs to go on Jeopardy. When we first got together, we'd watch Jeopardy all the time. You think?
All right. Somebody ask Siri. Argentina. Brazil must be the second, maybe? It's Brazil. Huh? I don't know.
We're all going to learn something tonight.
We are. I'm going to have to. Antarctica. I think Antarctica is in Antarctica.
It's its own separate. Good try, though. Good try. And there's a lot of Brazils.
Hi from Florida, Brent Hicks. Hey from Florida, man. You guys got a lot of crazy stuff going on down there. A lot of crazy stuff going on down there. Is your governor going to be the next El Presidente? I don't know. Mark Matthews sends a $10 super sticker. We're just going to pin these. The most. Well, what we'll do is we will keep the biggest one pinned. That way you can get recognized. Thank you so much for that. $100 doesn't buy much, but it feeds the cows for 2 days in the wintertime, man. And I'm feeding hay right now, believe it or not. Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable. It's so believable. Believe that.
We need rain here. It's what we need.
We need rain really bad. So if you guys could do a rain dance in your living room right now, it would definitely be appreciated. We've got green grass on all the pastures except for the ones that the cows are in right now. And I do not want to stunt the growth of the grass by moving the cows out here on the other side of the farm. So they have been on this section over here for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. So I wanted to give it almost a month. It's supposed to be 97 degrees on Friday, and I want the cows to have shade after Friday, 86, and then we'll be in the 70s and low 80s, and I can move the cows where they don't have shade. So Dobson, North Carolina in the house. Awesome. Same here. We need rain. North Carolina needs it bad. Okay, so Brazil is the largest country by far with a total area of 8.5 million square kilometers. Argentina is 2.8 million. There we go.
Thanks for sharing that.
Mike Tubbs says, you guys need an exorcism so we can exorcise the demons.
don't know about that.
I don't know, brother. Man, it sure is nice of you guys to join us on our front porch and hit that like button.
It is. It's a
It
beautiful
is.
backdrop. It's so
I think
pretty. The
so.
wood has turned out really nice.
Yep. That the TYM back there is awful pretty too. Awesome.
We're gonna be doing a lot of cooking back there.
Time for the shades.
Good meat.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of cooking. So the outdoor kitchen here, right there, is going to be a pavilion for classroom, for butchering, for teaching folks how to do hogs and do chickens and stuff like that. We plan on having some classes here on the farm, grazing schools, all sorts of stuff. We want to bring in some experts from all over. I would love to have Eustace Conway up here for a weekend. That would be kind of fun. We'd love to do some live bluegrass out underneath that. I mean, I just see all this stuff is coming. So absolutely. Time for a steak. We got steaks in there, but I didn't marinate them.
Should have done some sous vide.
Yeah, should have sous vide them today, but oh well. Western North Carolina has good rain. Has had good rain. We had good rain up until a couple weeks ago. Did you ever get a walk-in freezer? No, we haven't got the shop building built out yet. So in order to do that, we've got to take care of that. I missed a 411 on something somebody said. Really do wish y'all the best. Please consider removing the relationship from social media. Dude, don't let clicks make it even harder. Has social media affected our relationship in any way, shape, or form?
No, social media was not
never the issue.
No, it was not.
Never an issue whatsoever. It's never an issue.
I agree with that.
Nothing. This is just, I create video content for a living. She works in the hospital for a living. I build the farm and work on the farm and create video content. She works in the hospital and creates hospital content. So yeah, we just see you guys as family. I mean, you're an extended family and you're important. Yeah. You're important to us and we like to share. Now, do we like to share when the goods happen and the bad things happen? I mean,
it was hard. I'll admit it was hard to share the bad, because for me, who wants bad in your life? We all want good. And I used to tell me it's not always rainbows and butterflies, honey, but you got to get through the hard times to learn and grow from it. And yes, it's hard to share it or to see it when we were apart and struggling with those emotions, but I'm so grateful for where we are today. And we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't have gotten through all that. So
I agree.
Anyways, we enjoy sharing it with you all. And we're so glad y'all are here with us.
Destiny Davis says, do you read?
Yeah.
Yes, we read. That's sarcasm too.
No, yes. No, we read.
We read
all kinds of farm books.
She was being, I think that was a sarcastic comment.
Okay.
Do you read? Man, you do understand there's 1,200 people in this room and there's content rolling through. Have you been lifting, bro? Here's the thing, is I haven't been in the last few weeks. I just get big, man. I don't know. We were talking about that today. I was riding the Ventrac basically 6 hours today, and I got off the Ventrac and my arms felt huge. I was like, what in the world, man? All I've been doing is pushing the little knob to drive the Ventrac and running the steering wheel. But for some reason, I don't know.
You've got that baseline muscle.
I still have the metabolism of a young man, but I'm wrinkling up like an old one. Look at these little crow's feet here. So you get electric to the shop. Yeah. We have electric in here. We've got freezers in here right now, refrigerator, which I'm going to go to, and you're going to sit and talk to everybody. Bench pressing the Ventrac. All right. Now is your chance to ask Miss Stony Ridge any questions you want to ask her while I'm gone. Bam.
Okay.
And I promise I won't go back and read them. Maybe. No, I'll still be mic'd in here.
Oh, okay.
So no passing gas.
Well, then behave yourself, honey. No, it's really good to be back. It's really good to be here with you all. And it's good to be on the farm and be home. There's only one place that's truly home. Do you cook? Yes, I cook. Josh is an amazing cook and he loves it. So I will say he spoils me a lot and he does a lot of the cooking. And he smokes the meat. Oh, it's so good when he smokes the meat. But we both cook. You want babies? I do. I've always wanted a family. Always wanted children, but I also wanted to have them once we were in a good, healthy portion of our life. And I think we both thought things would slow down and feel like the right time, but life will always get busier and busier and busier. So, oh goodness, they're going by so fast.
See?
It's hard to read them all. How many days a week do you work at the hospital? My shifts are usually
8.
Well, he says 8. I did pick up a lot of extra when we were starting things out and paying for things, but my shift is 313s. And I do pick up some extra with COVID, and they can work you as much as you want to work. So
We don't say that C word on this channel.
well, fair enough, but
With the big
thankfully
C.
that part is behind all of us.
Yeah, I can imagine. I was lucky enough to not work in the hospital during all that.
Yeah, that
so.
was, and a lot of people have left it, and that's why everywhere's so short staffed. But we're, it's just it weird on everybody. So
Donna loves us too. Thank you, Donna.
thank you, Donna.
What's your name? It's Miss Stony Ridge.
Yeah, I like my Stony Ridge. It's kind of
Yeah.
catchy.
Yeah. I mean, if you, all you gotta do is just Google like 10 seconds. Google Josh Stony Ridge Farmer, and it just takes 2 seconds.
It's not a secret. It's just
yeah.
catchy. And when you come up to the farm or meet us, we go by my first name. So
Yep, Ethel.
I always wanted my mom to come up with a creative name, but Ethel's.
Ethel.
Yeah.
Do you know Ethel?
Ethel's
Who
unique.
Ethel was?
Who was Ethel?
You guys remember Ethel from I Love Lucy?
Oh, I did see I Love Lucy.
Was
when I
Ethel on I
younger.
Love Lucy, or was that the Honeymooners?
I didn't see the Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners is way like
You're aging
her
yourself,
parents.
honey.
Yeah, her parents didn't watch Sanford and Son. I grew up with
we
Sanford and
didn't.
Son. We watched a couple episodes. She's like, "What is this weird show with this old dude that has a junkyard?"
It grew on me. It just took
Archie
me a little
Bunker
time.
is Ethel's.
Archie Bunker.
Ethel was Ethel's. Was that
Was that-
Archie Bunker's wife's name?
Maybe.
Edith. That was Edith.
Mhm.
Yeah. Edith.
She
Because
says, "I
I'm
love
a huge.
Lucy."
Okay. What do I have? What box sets do we have? DVD box sets.
A lot.
The Archie Bunker.
You do have that, yes.
Yeah, the whole box set. Every episode of All in the Family.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You like that one.
Every episode of that. Indiana Jones.
Mhm. No, I like some good Indiana Jones.
That's
That I
a
like.
good box set. What other box sets?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. All the Star Wars episodes. Yep. And I think that. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard. Boom. Yep. So all those box sets. Josh, you're getting. We're going to go so fast. Ethel was Fred's wife from I Love Lucy. Bam.
Thank you.
Good. I don't know where I store this useless energy. Are you getting a new tractor soon? I don't know. Oh, Andy Griffith. We have the Andy Griffith box set too.
No,
Yep.
that's a good show.
So we're only. So Mayberry is actually Mount Airy, North Carolina. We're only about an hour and 10 minutes from Mount Airy, North Carolina. That is a pretty cool town. We were in Mayberry or Mount Airy. How long ago?
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
When you were
something like
speaking
that.
at the what was that event called?
The either some homes event.
Anyways, you were speaking at an event.
Mountain
You were
Readiness. The
Mount
Mountain Readiness.
That's what
event.
it was.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yep. Ethel was I Love Lucy. Awesome. My 2-year-old loves. Wait. My 2-year-old loves your videos. You're gonna have to teach him to start a first generation farm. That's awesome.
Oh, they're
That's
starting
why I
out. That's good.
That's why I don't cuss on the channel.
No,
I
we
mean,
want it
that's
to be family
rewarding
friendly.
enough. Please take the time to watch Fireproof together. Okay. How far are you from Goldsboro? We're 3 hours, 3.5 hours from Goldsboro, something like that. That's southeastern North Carolina-ish. Maybe east central North Carolina. Do you partner with TYM? Is that what that says? Of course, I partner with TYM. The folks at TYM are all my friends. The folks that work at TYM are great people. They're right out of Wilson, North Carolina. I believe their new headquarters is down in Atlanta, Georgia, right now. So, yeah, absolutely. We do a lot of stuff with TYM. They're good people, just salt of the earth, good people, hardworking people. And I don't care where you go or what you do. When you look at the tag on a tractor, it's not going to be made. It's not going to say made in the USA. It's not going to be 100% made in the USA. It's a global market for tractors. But I do know this, and I was told this that TYM tractors come over, and they're a South Korean brand. They come over here in more pieces than any other tractor brand, and they employ more. It takes more to put a TYM tractor together. In other words, they're employing American workers to ship them, haul them, assemble them, and sell them. What else can you ask for? What does John Deere do? I mean,
and they're great tractors.
Yep,
You use them every day.
Every single day.
We haven't
Every
had
single
any
day.
issues with them.
The Select Track electric tractor. I know a lot of people really love to hate that thing, but let me tell you, no, I won't get a New Holland tractor. I will not. Somebody just asked me if you ever thought about getting a New Holland tractor. My stepdad has a New Holland tractor, and after his experience, I just don't think I would. I don't know. Maybe if New Holland contacted me and we worked together on something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't see myself in a New Holland at all. I honestly don't see myself in another green tractor. TJT, I know, say John Deere is the best, but my John Deere has a big old stamp that says made in India on the side of it. And we'll just let Miss Stony Ridge tell you what happened with the John Deere.
That was one of our first big purchase
huge
on
expense.
A huge
$36,000.
And that time in our lives, that was really big. And I had said, let's go ahead and let's get a new one so we don't have all these issues. And I'll be darned if the tractor was in pieces in the shop, covered in mud.
4 or 6 hours on that tractor. It was a John Deere 5065, and this is just being honest right here. The John Deere 5065, we bought the John Deere not because it had green paint, not because it was something cool to have a John Deere. We bought the John Deere because we tested the Coyote, we tested the Kubota. We didn't know about TYM at the time. We tested Massey Ferguson, we tested New Holland, we tested every single tractor brand within 50 miles of us. And the John Deere seemed to ride better, sound better, feel better, sit better. Everything just seemed to be better, suited for me being a taller, bigger guy. So that's what we bought. I asked my dealer, I said, Deere, do I need to break this tractor in? Do I need to take it easy when we first start it? Or, what do I need to do? He said, nope. You can hit the ground running with it, go on and dig, baby, dig. So I put a 3-bottom plow on it and plowed this field that's right over here to the right. I plowed it and I disked it down because it was already turned over and it needed to be smoothed out. So I had to plow it, disk it, smooth it out, and I think it maybe had 4 or 5 hours on it, and it started going tat 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 tat, and they couldn't figure out what the heck was wrong with it. So I go in the tractor dealership, and it's a little local tractor dealership. I love the guy. The guy's the nicest fellow, the guy that runs the tractor dealership, but I will say his mechanic is no good. I went in there and I looked at my tractor, and it was in 3 pieces. And guys, you're gonna love this story. 3 pieces: front, middle, back. Dirt. I had plowed, and the tractor was dirty. It needed to be cleaned out. It did. Ventrac has a Kubota diesel engine in it, Philip. So I agree. It is American made, all the framework around it, but it's still foreign parts. Anyway, sorry. Philip, thank you. You've been a great fan for a long, long time, by the way. And Ivan also. So I went in there and there was dirt, clods of dirt this big. There were trays with nuts and bolts and rods and pins and stuff in there with dirt in the tray along with it. And I went back in the office and I said, hey, man, I'm a military guy. I was in the Air Force and we don't take jets apart when they're covered in mud. You know why? They said, huh? Why? I said, don't fly. And it don't fly with me, man. I want a different tractor. This thing's got to go. We got to get with your John Deere rep. I'm not taking this tractor back. And I didn't. And I had to eat $1,000 on that deal.
It was just really disappointing. We wanted a workhorse that we could trust and rely on, and you could start getting things done. And
yeah,
we had a very challenging experience with them at first.
We did. We certainly did. And again, the fellow that runs the dealership, nicest guy. Definitely, I would buy from him again. We're talking about a John Deere Gator, the 6x John Deere Gator for a workhorse on the farm here, like a slow workhorse. But
yeah, that was purpose. We worked that hard.
That was a different John Deere Gator, with the 6 wheels, the 4 wheels on the back. So a rock hauler, something to really haul some weight. So convertible top. I know you like convertibles, right? She likes them topless. Wait, what?
Is that you topless? That I like.
Huh? Me topless? Oh, guys, I came out of the shower today. I'd been mowing. I've been on the Ventrac out on the backside of the farm. I'd been on it for, I'd say 6 hours or so. I mowed around the entire perimeter of the farm several times, and I was covered in grass and these little stinging mites that we call them chiggers. And they were stinging the crap out of me, and I had to get out of there. I had to get showered off, and I'd take my clothes off on the porch. Man, we live in the country. That was one of the stipulations. When I buy a house, I want to be able to get naked on the porch and not go to jail. So I took my clothes off on the porch and walked through the house. He's like, ooh. It's like, no, don't look at me. I'm all dirty.
There was a naked boy in the living room.
No. It's like, turn the other way. I should have warned her. I should have told her to go in the back room. Right?
Oh.
Milo says chickens are the devil's evil spawn.
Oh, they are. We're both covered in them.
There is not a dull moment on this place.
No,
that's
there is
for
not.
sure. A good minister once told me you're going to apologize every night. What I'm sorry for. I don't know what I'm sorry for, but apologize. A sincere apology is taken more than a broad spectrum apology in my world, I would say. I like a sincere. You don't have to say you're sorry. I don't like it when she says I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't. I say it a lot more than he does.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you say you're sorry. I don't like that. I want us to work together. I don't ever want you to have to say you're sorry, and I don't ever want to have to. I say I'm sorry to you too. Sometimes I get a little.
You reel yourself in, and you know.
It's just not just. Why is this sitting right here?
It takes you a minute, but you come around.
Yeah.
But who doesn't? I mean, we all have our moments. So,
what's the best TYM for a 2-acre property? The T25, I would say. That's priceless. I hope we can work it out too. We're trying to work it out. Jonathan Caldwell says, "Happy wife, happy life."
Happy wife and happy husband.
Happy husband, happy life too. I'm more the woman in this relationship.
We decided that years ago.
Yeah. I'm a nagging old woman. I better
take another sip. I still love you.
Yeah, this is anti-nag juice. It works. Guys, try it. Is your husband obsessive? Is your husband mean sometimes? Is he hateful? Give him anti-nag juice.
They should hire you for the commercial, honey.
Are you married? We were married. I'd imagine we'll probably get married again if she'll have me. I don't know if she'll have me. I don't know. She might be like, nah, sorry. That boat sailed, buddy.
I love you more than anything in this world.
Go on and get now.
When the time is right.
Be nice if we had us a nice porch swing right here. Josh is harsh, says Mike Tubbs. Josh is harsh. This is Ultra Gold. I don't know how harsh, man. We all have our moments. We all have our moments of weakness, our moments of strength, our moments where we run our yaps where we shouldn't, and our moments when we shut our mouths when we shouldn't. And that's just it. We're almost to 415 likes. I don't know if we can get to 1,000 likes. Are we going to be able to give away this TYM hat tonight or not?
I hope so. We might have to come up with a trivia question.
Huh?
Some more trivia questions maybe for the hat.
Well, we're going to do a trivia question as soon as we get 1,000 likes.
Once we get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
So, folks, if you're watching and you haven't been on the Stony Ridge Farm channel, thank you all so much.
We're happy to have you.
We'd love to have you here. 1,000,000 subs, yes. Somebody just asked something here. What brand of chain drag do you have? That is a Wingfield Drag Harrow. WingfieldAmericanHarrow.com, I think. Yep. In front of all of us, commit it for better or for worse from now on. That may be one day.
Maybe one day. Not tonight, but one day.
Not tonight. This is just an introductory. Yes. Introductory meeting. This is the first meeting of the introductory meetings.
Of many to be had.
Did you ever follow up with Earl? Earl the tractor's been gone for quite some time now. 3 years maybe. And Popcorn the Willis Jeep is in there wintertime. Most certainly going to get on it. I want to get the Jeep done so I can drive it around. I want to get on the Bronco project. Bronco. My buddy John. John, I know you're watching right now. John and Tony are both watching right now, making fun of me, being way too hard on themselves. I know.
That's their thing.
Yep. So if y'all ain't being too hard on yourself, John, I really would like to have that Bronco. I just wondered if you'd take payments. He's got a 2022 Bronco. So I'm
The
actually
old one has character and history,
that's it.
though.
I'm actually selling off some vehicles. I've got too many trucks and cars. I'm going to sell off the Band-Aid Trans Am. I'm going to sell off the Fox Body Mustang. The what did I call that? The not the disgust thing. That's roadkill. What was that?
Yeah,
Coyote Ugly. That's what we're going to call it. Coyote Ugly. So yeah. Do you think social media, Roy? We're talking about this a little bit earlier. Roy's been a longtime fan of the channel. Social media doesn't have anything to do with any of our relationship troubles whatsoever. So keep the truck, says Edwin. I can't keep them all, brother. So we're going to get rid of the Power Stroke, the Dodge Ram staying here. I'm going to be buried in that truck. I told them when they dig a hole, dig it big enough to put me in the truck in there. Just lay me in the front seat. Yeah.
That's his unicorn.
Yeah, that's going to stay. Any more soap opera tonight? I don't know, man. We haven't been watching Yellowstone. We're watching Stony Ridge Farmer tonight, not Yellowstone. So, I don't know. Kevin Costner hasn't been up here yet, but we're waiting on him. Yeah.
We'll put him to work.
No doubt. No. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Well,
They'll bring on. You never do. You just never know. I don't know. You just never know. He could be dancing with wolves. He could be dancing with chickens. Whatever, bro.
He's not doing either.
How are the dogs? Someone asked about Lexi earlier. She's still here. The dogs are good. We don't have them out here because they'd be getting into stuff right now. And there's a groundhog that lives right over there. I'm surprised he hadn't shown his face. People from the north come here and say, there's a woodchuck over there. What's a woodchuck? That woodchuck, look at it. It's a woodchuck. I'm like, that thing don't chuck wood, man. It's a groundhog. Chucks ground.
But they're good. We've just been keeping a close eye on her, careful with her. Just let her out at one time.
That's it. TJT says, buy a tractor that has great dealer support and a short distance to you. Miss the old $100 farm truck. I know. I miss the old $100 farm truck too, but it got 6 miles to the gallon. That'll make you not miss a truck. It's 6 miles to the gallon.
That was one of the first famous icons of the channel. I think it made the first t-shirt.
It did make the first t-shirt. By the way, okay, StonyRidgeFarmer.com. If you guys want to pick up a support veteran farmer shirt, it helps support the farm. It helps support what we do. I'd love it if you pick one up. We work very hard to design all this stuff. This is my design. This is this is part of what would you call that? A diversified income on the farm. Yeah. So we'll have beef very soon. Do you ever want to Did you ever want to collaborate with John Deere? You know, I don't know. Not after the experience that I had. If John Deere would make it right, like the factory rep. They didn't make it right. When my John Deere broke with like 4 or 5 hours on it, maybe 8 hours on it, they didn't make it right. And I wasn't too happy about that. They didn't know I was going to be the second most popular farming YouTube channel on the planet at that time. So now I am, and I can say, you didn't do me right, man. If you did me right, and I've talked to the John Deere Gator folks. I told John Deere Gator, I think they're made in South Carolina. You're South or North Carolina. They're right close to us. I talked to the John Deere Gator folks. I had a not so friendly John Deere Gator review and called it an overpriced golf cart. And it kept breaking. Did it not?
We had a lot of issues.
Break. It just kept breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking over and over again. So I did a video on it, and I talked to the head of the John Deere Gator division or one of their marketing folks. I'm not sure. I can't remember what he told me. But I said, I'll pull the video if you'll email me when you get back, and we can turn, and I'm all about doing this, turning something bad into something good, turning a lemon into lemonade. I'm all about it. So I never heard anything back. I pulled my video, as I promised, but I never heard anything back. Groundhogs in Ohio love soybeans. Yes, they do. There's a lot of folks in California that love soybeans too. John says, Josh, do you watch Country View Acres on YouTube? I know of Country View Acres. We are in North Carolina, and I think he's in New York. And sometimes there is a difference in cultures of folks from the north and folks from the south. I'll invite you over, sit on my front porch and rock in the rocking chair all day, and I'm not going to say things to you that would hurt your feelings. If I can help it, I'll listen to you, and we'll both learn, and we'll both work together. And I don't know everything, and the person on the porch don't know everything, but sometimes to a southerner, a northerner can come off quite abrasive. Now, I think his name is Pete. I think he's a very nice man. All the videos he's seen, I think his name's Pete. Is his name Pete? Let me know. Anyway, there was at some point in a situation where I just felt like I was not being very nice to. So I haven't watched him in a while. I do check his videos out. I think he's got great information. I think he's got a great channel. I think he's probably a great person. And maybe I perceived something that was left in the comments as something that maybe I was too sensitive. I don't know. Just a Few Acres. That's Just a Few Acres. Country View Acres I watch also. I think he works with TYM also. Pete is Just a Few Acres. Country View Acres. His name is Evan. Yeah, I know Evan. They're great people. They're awesome people for sure. So, Just a Few Acres. There was friction at one time, and I don't know if he knows there's friction or not. So, but I think the guy's channel is fantastic. I think his information's fantastic, and maybe it was just me perceiving friction. I don't know, but I have nothing against the fella. I think he has a great channel. I think he has great information. He likes working on old tractors. Who doesn't like that? I mean, so. And Evan is great people too. So Country View Acres and Just a Few Acres. They're both great people. I just never have talked to Country View Acres. Not Country, was it? Just a Few Acres. I've never talked to them. So still talk to Dutch. Yep, Philip. I still talk to Keeping It Dutch and Daniel Arms Family Homestead. Yep, still do. They're part of our TYM family, Daniel Arms and Arms Family Homestead. I'm Southern, and he rubbed me the wrong way, says Roy. I've never talked with him. I will probably collaborate one day, I'm sure. So again, I'm one of those that will take a lemon and make lemonade. I try to do my best to do that. So I want to be everybody's friend. So I don't want to have any enemies. There was just at one point, and this was years, like I'm talking about 4 years ago, something like that. I felt like it felt like there was an abrasive conversation, and I'm not gonna participate in an abrasive conversation on social media. I'm just try not to do that. So, yeah. Daniel and the family, I can say nothing negative about them. Keeping It Dutch, my buddy Dutch, great family, good people. Everybody's good out here. Hank Hamilton, Hamiltonville Farm. Tony with Tony's Tractor Adventure, great people there. I mean, gosh, dude, there's just countless. Nathan from Out of the Woods. You guys watch Nathan from Out of the Woods? Tell him Josh sent you over there. Nathan's a great guy too. Great Sawmill channel. Nathan is just salt of the earth, smart guy, very sharp guy, former law enforcement, I think. This Mrs. Stony Ridge went on vacation for a while. How did she like it? That's what that's the Forrest Gump version.
It was my least favorite.
Mama went on vacation. I don't know, man. When we were separated, you went to tell them where all you went.
When we had first got divorced.
I was here on the farm sick with the fevers, with that
COVID.
Yeah, and we don't say. We try not to say that word.
I'm sorry. You were sick.
I was sick with
Well, I couldn't be here to take care of you. But yeah, I did. I traveled a lot. That was kind of how I dealt with things.
You went all over everywhere. Tell them where you went. Share where you went.
I started marking things off my bucket list. So I learned to scuba dive, Did that.
Yeah.
I did some skiing trips.
Yeah.
I did a surf camp in Costa Rica. That was a lot of fun. I was pretty bruised after that trip.
Yeah.
Um,
Costa Rica isn't. Never mind. I won't say
I
that.
did Machu Picchu.
Okay.
In Peru, we hiked that for a couple weeks. Trying to think what else. Yeah, those were the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So while you were doing that, I was sitting here at the house feeding the cows, and I was enjoying it. I mean, I don't want to go. Here's the deal. Here's my thoughts on vacation. If I'm going to go somewhere on vacation, where do we eat if we go on vacation?
Somewhere you can never get at home.
Something you could never get at home. I'm not going to go to a chain restaurant. I try not to patronize a chain restaurant. Now, if I'm going out with family or something for like a Christmas thing or whatever, or a birthday party, whatever, yeah, sure. But I want to find the mom and pop, the little sweet spots, the little cool spots that nobody knows about. That's
Not the
what I want
touristy
to
stuff.
find. I don't want to do the touristy stuff. I want to go where the local folks go. So,
And we always
where'd
did
you
that.
go
We did-
skiing?
We went up to near Salt Lake City. And then we skied
Come on,
Deer
what-
Valley.
Deer Valley.
Trying to think of where else we went. We went to a couple of the villages right around there.
Villages.
Ski
Did you go to
villages.
Park City?
A couple different. We did Park City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deer Valley, Park City. They're right side by side up there.
That was
Yeah.
that year. That was
10,000
trip
feet.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
And
fun.
where
It was
else?
good.
Did you go up like Big Cottonwood Canyon, Little Cottonwood Canyon? There, what is it? Snowbird?
There's Snowbird.
Did you go to
I
Snowbird?
did not do Snowbird. Mm-mm.
Okay. Did you do? I mean, I lived in Utah. For
Yeah,
a
he
long
knows
time.
all the good spots.
Yeah. So I didn't really get into skiing. Okay, let's talk about this. So I grew up in the country, man.
Mhm.
We wasn't going skiing.
You mountain bike though, and you love it.
I didn't mountain bike when I was a kid.
know you
I had a
did.
BMX bike. I rode around the dead end road in the circle. But yeah.
I thought you would love skiing. You like the adrenaline. You love a mountain bike. You love just flying down a mountain. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna love skiing.
I don't like being around people. That's why I
Okay.
like mountain biking.
Well, fair enough.
Because I'm out in the woods by myself, man. Maybe with two good buddies, man. I don't like being around. I'd rather be around cows than I would be around
Mhm.
people. I get people overloaded, man. Totally. Can I watch this later? I'm on a lunch break. Heath, yes, you can. I'd rather go to a NASCAR race
Oh, I agree.
than I would go skiing.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Nah. You can have that skiing.
We did Bowman Gray the other night. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
That was an
ever-
experience.
Bowman Gray, the Madhouse. We went to that the other night. The season finale, I think, was last weekend.
Mhm.
So
Summer's coming to an end.
cows are more, what does it say?
Whoop.
Muddin. Roy says muddin. Cows are more honest.
They don't talk back.
They do talk back. Our
Oh,
cows
they
are
do.
sassy.
They do mow back.
Yeah. I would rather, how's the bees? Ooh, I got attacked
Oh,
by the
they're-
bees today. So by the time most people woke up this morning, I was already out mowing and working and moving stuff and moving equipment and getting attacked by honeybees. They went after me. They swarmed after me. You ever consider putting horses on the farm? Maybe at some point. The honeybees, I mowed right in front of the beehives, and typically I do this all the time. And I rode right in front of the beehives. It's really hot, it's really dry, and there aren't a lot of flowers right now. And those bees did not take that good. So they came after me and they got me. Okay. I took one sting on the back right here, and I was like, man, that was odd. And I looked back and I didn't see a whole lot of bees. And I circled around the chicken coop and I came back by. And then this wad of bees is coming out, like a huge swarm, like as big as a car, was coming at me. Like, uh-oh. And I was in the Ventrac, and it'll only go 5 miles an hour, forward or backwards. So I pull the handle to go backwards, and I'm going as fast as I can. And it's like Austin Powers going, no, no. And something's coming at you really slow. And I knew the swarm was coming. So I shut it off, and I took off running, doing the old, like a little girl. And ran and got in the truck. Well, it was too late, man. They were stinging my hat. They were in my, they were stinging where this other bee had stung. They were all up under my arms. They were everywhere, stinging the snot out of me. So I got out of the truck and I tried to knock them all off. I took my shirt off and ran up through the woods. And the best way to get bees off of you is go up in the bushes and start turning around. Just get brush all over you. Just try to brush them off with the brush, and that worked. And I went back in the house and
But he's okay.
changed
I'm like-
shirts and went right back on it.
Did he need Benadryl or an EpiPen or something? But he's a tough cookie.
Yeah, yeah. You know, if I'm complaining about something hurting, we were
It
talking about
hurts.
that earlier.
Mhm.
It hurts. It's something.
He
bad.
never complains.
Yeah. Are you planning on having sheep on the farm in the future? We got to figure out a way to sustain this grass up here on the farm right now. So we're still working towards that.
Mhm.
Throttle Therapy sends a $9.99 super
Thank
chat.
you.
We love you. We have a few similarities in common. My missus is a nurse, and we're planning to start our first generation farms in the UK. All
Good for
right.
y'all.
Awesome.
It's a fun adventure.
We went over to the UK and spent a
Mhm.
little bit of time.
It was a fun trip.
It was.
It's a neat trip.
Build her house, says Milo. Are you in a hurry to get a house?
No,
Okay, so let's put that one to
I'm
rest.
not really a materialistic kind of. I mean,
She's not
we have a home.
material.
The farm is home.
She doesn't live in a material world. We don't live in a I got enough stuff. Dude, stuff. Let's talk about stuff. Stuff. There's stuff everywhere. What happens when you have so much stuff? You don't own it. It ends up owning you. That's why I'm selling off some vehicles, man, because I've got too much to maintain. I don't own it. It owns me. Every time I go start a truck, the battery's dead and I got to go spend $200 on batteries. I mean, it ends up owing me. So the best sponsor a Stony Ridge farmer could ever have would be a battery company, like Die Hard Batteries. Because I go through, there's a stack of batteries right inside this door. Of car batteries and truck batteries and little batteries and big batteries and batteries that go wee and batteries that go hmm. Okay, maybe not the wee and hmm. That's great big batteries. Shrimp, cadoodles.
But anyways, a
Batteries
house
on
is a
stick.
house, but a home is a home.
Yeah, we live in a trailer home right now. This trailer living is just daggone clean living.
It's nice though. You
The
did
floor
a
is
great
a
job
little
with
wavy.
it. When we first bought it, woo! But he gutted it and made it very nice.
Yep, sure did. It's a lot of caulk in that place. Skiing in the country when I was growing up was pulling an old car, hood flipped over behind a truck. Boom. Done
There you
that.
go.
You ever done
That's
that?
creative. Nope. Can't
We
say
had a
I have.
Chevette hood. Yeah, it had a good handle on it. Have you heard of Manchester? I've heard of Manchester. Manchester, England, or Manchester, New York? Whatever happened to the Grand National? So let's talk about the Grand National. I sold the Grand National probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. I want a nicer Grand National. I want a T-top Grand National. So that is on the list. There are bucket list cars that I have. 1957 Chevy Bel Air, the one from Dirty Dancing, the black with silver interior. That's what I want. And a 1987 Buick Grand National T-top. I would like
Those
to
are
have
your
one
top
of those.
two.
Yep. And then we go back a little bit further. We can say 1964 Impala. Would like to have a convertible 1964 Impala. Lowrider. Lowrider. Let's make that. Candy paint, hydraulics, the whole thing. I grew up in the days when, you know, I had, before I bought my four-wheel drive truck in high school, I had a lowrider. And I was in a truck club, a lowrider truck club. So
He'll crank that seat back and be driving. I'm like, what are you doing? He's
yeah,
like, "That's
we
how
hang
you
out like
drive."
this.
Like, yeah, show him how you drive. I'm like,
So
"What
I'm
are you
driving
doing?"
like this. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I got my steering wheel up. I got my arm hanging out." You call it gorilla pimping. Here's your arms hanging out so far, your knuckles are almost dragging the ground. So, yeah, I would like a lowrider club in North Carolina. Yep, we were called Misfit Minis, and it went from a lowrider club to not so good. We were planning on doing charity events and all sorts of stuff. We did cruise-ins. It was great. But then there became an element of trouble in the group. Ale Meninguez sends a $1. Thank you so much. Lowrider in my war song. Yeah, I like Lowrider. I like Cheech and Chong, man.
Yeah,
I follow Cheech and Chong on TikTok. I like it.
Do you?
It's funny. I just like it. It's just funny. I just like to chill out, relax, and laugh when I'm done working.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
takes.
But when I am working,
It's all work.
Yeah, Hitler's
All
grandson.
seriousness. Get it done.
It's bad. Go
Work hard. Get it done. Get it done. And then we can play and laugh.
That's it. That's what I want to do. Get it done so I can take it off my plate and just relax. Do you guys? Are you guys like that?
I'm like that. I got to get my work done and then I can play.
Hunter, husband and I dated in 1966 in Palace, Chevy, Malibu. Are you off this Friday night or Saturday night? Saturday night.
Yes. I work till 3.
Drive-in movie theater.
Oh, that would be fun.
Drive-in
We've been
movie
talking
theater.
about that for years.
Yeah. Eden Drive-In. Any of you guys local to Eden, North Carolina, or local here in North Carolina? Eden Drive-In. I'd like to do a drive-in movie theater in the back of the red truck.
Back of the truck.
If it doesn't rain.
That sounds like a good date night.
Yeah. Definitely. We'll put us some beach towels back there.
I like it.
Some popcorn.
That sounds nice.
There you go. Have you thought about getting a horse, Miss Stony Ridge? Says Northern Living.
Getting a horse. We may or may not have horses on the farm. We've talked about it.
Have you thought about getting a horse? That was the question. She's a politician, man. I'm telling you right now. She just Joe Biden you. She just totally Joe Biden you just now. Oh, it's a bacon African biscuit face.
We've experimented with multiple things.
Apple carrots. Apple carrots. Bananas.
We've had goats. We've had chickens. We've had hogs. Well, we want hogs, and we need goats again. And then eventually maybe a horse or two we'll play with. That would be nice.
That was the question. Miss Stony Ridge, have you ever thought about getting a horse?
I have thought about it, yes.
You have? Mm-hmm. Okay. Be honest.
Well, yeah, we've thought about it.
I wonder how many people right now are laughing about the silly Joe Biden comment I just gave. It's meant to be silly. It's not meant to be political. Do you have a chiropractor? Need that before a horse. And and a good surgeon. Just joined the stream. It looks like Miss Stony Ridge is back again. How many times is this now? What is this, 11?
I wasn't keeping
Pickup
track.
sticks, baby. Woo! Yeah! I like having you on the live stream. I have somebody to bounce off of.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Miss Stony Ridge, what are your favorite farm animals? Says Edwin Garcia.
The cows are my favorite.
Yeah.
I really like the cows.
The cows are losing weight.
And the calves. Yeah.
We got to get them moved over into the new paddock. Never get a horse unless you'll ride it often, says Troy. And that's absolutely. Stop counting. Lovely Lisa Warrior Queen says, stop counting. Awesome. Eden Drive-In, about 15 minutes from Ruffin. Nice drive-in. I think we're going to try to go there.
There Saturday night.
Yep. There was a fella that I was, if he's in here right now, I think his name was Jeff. We're at the St. Paul Saints game last Friday night, and I did a meet and greet, and I was late showing up. I was about 10 minutes after showing up, and Jeff, if I missed you, I think Jeff was his name. I'm so sorry. I hung out there for about 30 minutes after that, just waiting because I was like, man, I don't want to be that guy that didn't show up. So I stood there and I waited and never saw him. I look a little different in person than I do on screen. So I don't know. Buy a miniature horse, says Brenda May. We got one of those in Buddy the dog.
Oh,
if you could go on vacation together, where would you like to go? Bam, you answer first.
I like the beach. I like a good road trip. No, my favorite vacation that we've been on was our road trip.
Where?
We went out west. We went 8,000 miles.
One
all
destination.
The way up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
You got to name one destination. Destination. Constellation destination.
I would say Moab.
Moab is my favorite place. In fact, if I had a second home, it would be in Moab, Utah.
We had a lot of fun there.
Yep. Herman says some relationships are like oil and water, as long as you can keep mixing. Yep. I don't think we really have big ticket issue problems. I think we just have little ticket issue problems that lead into unhappiness. Frustration and not being so happy. Could you benefit from having guard geese? Absolutely. So we're going to get guard geese for our chickens very soon. Turned your marriage over to Jesus and quit counting. You, Stanford Laverne.
I've prayed about it a lot.
Yep. Well, Jesus can guide you to where you want to be, but free will has to be present also. So you have to, Jesus can send you on the path where you need to be, but you just have to follow the path that you need to follow.
Mhm.
So it don't matter if you got Jesus in your heart if you ain't acting like it.
You have to have good morals.
Yeah.
Be good to each other.
Fixer Rust Buckets in the house. 815 likes. We're almost to 1,000 likes. Let's just go ahead and do a giveaway, man. Let's just go ahead and do a giveaway for
there we go.
a fancy schmancy TYM hat, brand new, just came in the mail today. Smells new. Well, it smells like Miss Stony Ridge's perfume. We are going to bust out some trivia on you here. Some Stony Ridge trivia. What? Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna have fun with this one.
Ooh. Hold on. Okay. What brand is the Batwing mower?
Ooh, that's a
the
good
Batwing brush cutter. What brand is that? Batwing. Do, 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 do.
That's a good one.
What's that? Ned Crumb. Woods. That's the first one I saw. Woods Equipment. Ned Crumb. Go to StonyRidgeFarmer.com. Email me, and we'll get you fancy TYM hat. We might even have a Woods hat. We'll send you that too. If we've got another one, we'll send you a Woods hat. In fact, let's take the second correct answer and send them a Woods hat. Let's get on down in there. On a whole lot of. Oh. So there's Ned. What? And the next one is Kevin Langley. Kevin Langley, shoot me an email. Tell me you won the Woods hat. Now, if you guys fake it, I'll know it. So don't fake it. I had some cheaters. Cheaters.
That's no fun.
Yeah, cheaters never win. Well, Batwings.
Getting dark, folks. It is getting dark.
Yep, it is. And we're going to say goodbye. So, everybody, thank you all so very much. I appreciate you being here. We all appreciate you. Everyone that sent a super chat. A huge shout out to to JMR for sending that.
Thank you very
$100
much.
super chat. Thank you. The cows appreciate you. Anybody that wants to become a channel member, you can be recognized on the live stream right now. If you want farm fresh beef, we will start selling farm fresh beef very, very soon. It will be mail order shipped to you. We're doing it through Patreon. It's patreon.com/Stony Ridge Farmer. If one of my moderators is in here and wants to post that link, they can do that. Patreon.com/Stony Ridge Farmer. Just Google search Patreon Stony Ridge Farmer, and we're selling it through the co-op. You have to be a co-op member because we're going to be very, very limited on supply, especially this first year. So we will have, you see how the beef is raised here on the farm. So we're working towards that. So again, if you want to join the co-op, you'll be the first notified when there's beef available. And I'm working through all the shipping, all the processing, everything we need to do. It's USDA inspected. Absolutely fantastically delicious farm fresh beef.
If I don't eat it all first, we'll send it out.
Yep. So thank you guys all so much. I don't want it to seem like I'm hawking beef. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. It's not a big deal. Pick up a Stony Ridge Farmer shirt. It helps feed the cows. I mean, it does. It helps build this place, and it takes a lot to build this place. So thank you guys all so very much for joining us today. It has been fantastic. Thank you for being with me, Miss Stony Ridge.
Thank you all for having me. It was fun.
It's been great. Thank you guys all so much. Give me a kiss. And we'll kiss them bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you, guys. It's getting dark on us, so we're going to head on in. Take care. All right. Give me a woo on the way out. Woo!